Budget proposed by the East Baton Rouge mayor has agencies bracing for big cuts, particularly in the DA's office and the public defender's office.
Each attorney in those offices already faces a backlog. We're talking about hundreds of cases, and they say the cuts will only make things worse. Let's check in now with our Riley Kramer, who has more on that.
It is a nightmare scenario.
By January 1st, multiple government offices may have to figure out how to operate with significantly less funding if voters fail to pass the Thrive EBR plan. But the proposed budget presented Wednesday night is raising major red flags for top officials in our judicial system, who say this will be detrimental.
It's a nightmare scenario for all the citizens of East Baton Rouge Parish. I mean, no one can be sure that they are not going to be the next victim of this system.
Chief Public Defender Kyla Romanak says her department could be slashed by more than 20%. Romanak says it not only means people will likely lose jobs, but it means justice will take longer.
It slows it down substantially and it makes it less reliable. Frankly, if we don't have as many lawyers and staff to look at and attend to cases, it creates a greater risk of innocent people being convicted and sent to prison.
Mayor Sid Edwards explained that his priority was with public safety, which is why the police and fire departments were not cut. He said BRPD is already short 152 officers.
Cases that people called me on that.
But District Attorney Hiller Moore says they all have to rely on each other, and they all need to be funded. His office is facing an 11% cut. He fears it will lead to an even worse backlog in cases, and in turn, more crime.
If people see that their case is not being handled, and it's not being handled expeditiously, they feel they can get away with it and then may be tempted to commit another offense.
Both attorneys are hoping the cuts can be avoided by voters passing the Thrive EBR plan, which will redistribute tax money back into the general fund. Without it, they say a potential crisis is looming.
It's turned into a really big obstacle that you can't kick and you can't move around. You're going to have to face it head on.
Riley Kramer, WAFB 9 News.
A reminder, the budget was on the table. The budget that's on the table is just a proposed budget. That is if this Thrive EBR plan fails.
If that happens, District Attorney Hiller Moore says they will consider all their options to get the funding they needed, even if it includes a lawsuit.
All right.